The Indians facing the Royals, and a happy 4th of July coming your way from Cleveland. Josh Tomlin on the mound for Cleveland, coming off a one-hit shutout, working to Christian Colon, making his first Major League start in the top of the third with one out and no one on. And Colon with his first Major League hit. This one rolls all the way to the wall. Colon rounding second. He gets into third with a triple. Next batter up, Lorenzo Cain. And Cain dumps one into right center field. Colon scores, and the Royals have a 1-0 lead. Top of the fifth, still 1-0 Royals, looking for more. A man on second and one out. Cain at the plate. That makes it 2-0 Royals. Top of the sixth, looking to break it open. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. Mike Moustakas at the dish. 9th homer of the year from Moustakas. The Royals go up 5-0. That would be it for Tomlin. Now 7-0 Royals in the bottom of the ninth. Ventura looking for the shutout, but Michael Brantley with other ideas, a solo shot into right center. Ventura would be taken out 2 batters later, going 8 1/3 innings, allowing just 1 run. The Royals win at 7-1. They've now won 4 of their last 5. Moustakas goes 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Christian Colon, making his first Major League start, ends up 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and a triple.
and he averages 6 strikeouts and 2 walks per 9 innings. Lorenzo Cain will lead it off for Kansas City, right-handed hitter in right field tonight. Cain went 2 for 4 with a couple of key RBIs last night when the Royals built up a 2-0 lead, and they would eventually go on to win 7-1 behind a dynamite pitching performance from Yordano Ventura, who lost his shutout in the 9th inning when Michael Brantley took him deep. Cain comes in batting .313, 3 home runs, 37 RBIs. TJ House into the windup and tonight's first pitch, and it's in there, a strike, and we're underway at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario. TJ House works first base side of the rubber. He deals. Cain grounds it sharply inside the bag at first, down the right field line and into the right field corner. Cain, who can fly, is on his way to second. Looking into the corner, he now makes the turn, now puts the brakes on, and goes back to second as the throw came into the shortstop as Drupal Cabrera near second. Had Cain tried to make that a triple, he would have been thrown out. So wisely, Lorenzo Cain will be satisfied with a leadoff double, his 10th two-bagger of the year. He shot one right inside the bag at first, down the right field line. Now the batter will be Eric Hosmer, the left-handed hitting first baseman. So the Royals starting to play very good baseball again, trying to get off to a quick start here tonight. They've got a threat going. Cain is running. The pitch is taken inside. Throw by Contreras, nowhere near in time. And Lorenzo Cain steals third on TJ House. It's almost like TJ House forgot he was even at second base. And Cain has his 8th steal of the year, and George Contreras might as well have thrown that ball back to the mound. He had no chance whatsoever. Now the infield back as Hosmer fouls it off third base side, even the count at 1-1. Kansas City, one of the most athletic teams in the American League. They can really run. They're a terrific defensive ball club, and that athleticism comes into play as we saw last night. Now the pitch to Hosmer, and he swings and dribbles one toward first, charged by Santana. Thought about throwing home. Now he waits for Hosmer to come to him and tags him out 15 feet in front of the bag at first. So Eric Hosmer gets an RBI on a ground out to first as Cain scores with ease, and it's a 1-0 ball game. 2 batters in. Give Eric Hosmer his 37th RBI, and now Salvador Perez the batter. Right-handed hitting catcher moved up to the 3-hole tonight, as last night's number 3 hitter, Billy Butler, has been dropped to 6th. Perez swings, jam job, bounced weakly to short. Cabrera gloves, throws, and that is out number 2. The Tribe defensively has Michael Brantley in left. Michael Bourne patrols center. David Murphy is in right. Carlos Santana at first. It is Jason Kipnis at second, as Drupal Cabrera at short. Lonnie Chisenhall, the third baseman, and George Contreras doing the catching. 2 down, nobody on, first inning. The Royals with a 1-0 lead, and here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon. Left-handed batter, a long-time leadoff hitter, and this year they've put him in the middle of the order. The wind and the pitch, and it's in there, a called strike. The Indians overshift. They put 3 on the right side of the infield. And the third baseman, Chisenhall, playing it short and shading up the middle. Gordon swings, hits a comebacker. House gloves it, runs toward first. Now a windmill underhand toss. It looked like a slow pitch pitcher winding up. And he flipped it to Santana for the out. 3. 5 pounds. Jeremy Guthrie, fastball, curve, slider, and changeup. Second appearance against the Tribe this season. The Indians beat him here in Cleveland on April 21st. They roughed him up. He gave up 4 runs and allowed 10 hits in just 6 1/3 innings of work. Lifetime, Jeremy Guthrie is 4-4 against the Tribe. He'll face an all left-handed hitting lineup tonight, starting with Michael Bourne, the center fielder. The wind and the pitch, and Bourne takes high, ball 1. Michael Bourne batting .266, a couple of home runs. He's knocked in 20. Guthrie pumps and fires. Bourne swings and fouls it upstairs to even the count. One thing we know is Guthrie cannot be any better than Yordano Ventura was last night. He was very impressive. Almost had himself a complete game shutout. Bourne taking it down low, 2-1 the count. Guthrie's numbers are not bad. Now the wind by Guthrie in the 2-1 pitch. Bourne takes a tie, 3-1. His earned run average is .369. His problem, he doesn't get a lot of run support. He's got a record of 5-6 with that .369 ERA. 3-1 pitch is in there, full count. 18th start for Guthrie, no complete games. He averages about 7 innings a start, averaging 5 strikeouts, 2 walks per 9 innings. Now the payoff. Bourne fouling it to the screen. Will do it again. Jeremy Guthrie has been hurt by the long ball. Now you're a pitcher that pitches in a tremendous pitcher's park. You wouldn't think he'd give up many home runs, but he has given up 16 home runs this year. Now the wind and the payoff. A swing and a foul back. Good at bat as Michael Bourne stays alive at 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 16 home runs given up by Guthrie are the 3rd most in the American League. Only David Price and Jake Peavy have given up more. They've each given up 17. Bourne swings and misses. Struck him out. Kept that pitch in on his hands, and Guthrie wins the battle. What's interesting, TJ House made 8 pitches in the top of the first inning, and the Royals got a run. Michael Bourne just saw 8 pitches from Jeremy Guthrie to strike out. Here's Asdrubal Cabrera. That's a good sign. He start making that starter make that many pitches. We'll see if it continues. Cabrera, the switch hitting shortstop, batting .244, 8 homers, 33 ribbies. Jeremy Guthrie into the motion, his first delivery, and it's a fastball that's a little bit low. He's still throwing hard, 94 miles an hour. Guthrie hasn't been all that vulnerable to left-handed hitting this year. The 1-0 pitch, Cabrera takes down and in. For instance, lefties are batting .264 against Guthrie, so that's not eye-popping. Right-handed hitters are batting .245. So he will face 9 left-handed hitters regardless. Cabrera sends one upstairs, and it's a 2-1 count on the Indians shortstop. Of course, the Indians are a left-handed hitting ball club. I mean, part of that is they have 3 switch hitters, but they also have 6 left-handed hitters to go with the 3 switch hitters. That's a lot of lefties on one ball club. Now the 2-1 pitch. A swing and a towering pop foul. Third base side, lower deck. 2-2. Alex Gordon is in left. Boy, you won't find 2 better left fielders in the American League than what we will see this weekend. Alex Gordon and Michael Brantley. Gordon in left, Gerard Dyson in center. Lorenzo Cain is in right. Eric Hosmer at first. Omar Infante back at second. Alcides Escobar at short. Danny Valencia at third. And Salvador Perez, the catcher. Jeremy Guthrie's 2-2 offering to Asdrubal Cabrera, and before it can be made, Cabrera backs away. The Indians have got to start winning within the division. Terry Francona's club has struggled lately within the Central. The 2-2. A swing and a foul back. We'll do it again. The Indians have now lost 9 straight games in which they have played a fellow Central Division foe. And the Indians' divisional record now is 14-18. At one point, they were 14-9. Now the 2-2. Bounced it in there, and the second hitter in a row has taken the count to 3-2 on Jeremy Guthrie. Michael Bourne saw 8 pitches. This will be pitch number 7 to Cabrera. Royals leading it 1-0 first inning. Now the payoff. A swing and a foul, back and out of play. Boy, you can't begin to imagine how important it is in a first inning, no matter what the Indians do this inning. The fact that they have already seen 16 pitches and made Guthrie work to this extent, and it's only 2 batters in. The payoff, a swing and a towering fly to center, but it's not going anywhere. Dyson is camped under it, and that is out number 2. So even though the Indians are making Guthrie work, so far they don't have anything to show for it. And the batter is now Michael Brantley. 2 down, nobody on. Royals up 1-0. Michael Brantley is now 5th in the American League in hitting at .314. He's gone deep 13 times. He's knocked in 55. He leads the Indians in every offensive category of any significance. Lonnie Chisenhall has a higher batting average, and soon he'll be the team leader in hitting, but he doesn't have enough plate appearances as of yet. The pitch to Brantley, it's a slow breaking ball that misses ball 1. Guthrie's been pitching better as of late, as the Royals pitching coach Dave Island convinced Jeremy Guthrie to get back to using his fastball more. The right-hander with the 1-0 pitch. A swing and a shot to left. Base hit, Michael Brantley. Hit it sharply between third and short, and the Indians have a 2-out base hit, trailing 1-0. Dave Island, the Royals pitching coach, felt that Guthrie was becoming too democratic in his usage of pitches. Mentioned he's got the fastball, the curve, the slider, the change, and he was throwing them all about the same number of times. And Dave Island was like, hey, look, you're still a mid-90s fastball pitcher. The best pitch yet for any pitcher, no matter velocity, is still a well-placed fastball. And Guthrie bought into it. He's been using his fastball much more as of late and really pitching well again. Here's Carlos Santana batting left-handed, takes up and in, ball 1. Royals go to the overshift. They'll put 3 on the right side of the infield. The thing the Royals do differently than a lot of clubs, they keep their shortstop on the left side of the infield. Alcides Escobar shading up the middle. Santana with a rocket into right field, a base hit. Brantley stops at second. Shift or no shift, Carlos Santana smokes one to right, and the Indians have runners at first and second, 2 down. The Indians trailing 1-0, and here's the number 5 hitter, Jason Kipnis. Kipnis has owned Jeremy Guthrie in the past. Lifetime, Jason Kipnis batting .571 with 2 career home runs off Jeremy Guthrie. Obviously, the Indians hoping that trend continues. The Royals play Kipnis as a pull hitter toward right in the outfield. The infield also pulled to the right. 2 out, 2 on. Royals up 1-0. The pitch. Kipnis takes a strike over the outside edge. Our game time temperature tonight, 73 degrees, brought to you by Helene Kia on the North Olmsted Auto Mile. Visit them online at helenekia.com. Now the 0-1 pitch. Off speed, and he missed outside with a curve, 1-1. Jason Kipnis with a .249 batting mark. He's gone deep 3 times. He's knocked in 22. Missed a month with the oblique injury. The pitch, and he checked on a pitch that was low, 2 balls and a strike. The Indians last year made such a habit of getting 2-out RBI hits They've not been able to do it to the extent that they did it last year. Guthrie comes set at the belt, fires. Kipnis chops one towards short. Escobar gloves it, steps on second, and the inning is over. So the Royals maintain a 1-0 lead on the Indians. We've played one inning. One nothing Royals with the lead as Omar Infante will open up the Kansas City second. Right-handed hitting second baseman, batting fifth. Infante didn't play last night. He had a little lower back issue, nothing major. He's in there tonight and shoots the first pitch foul down the right side, strike one. Infante got the big 4-year contract. And general manager Dayton Moore went out and signed Jason Vargas and Omar Infante to fortify this ball club in the offseason. Also traded for Nori Aoki. Breaking ball is in there, 0-2. Aoki's on the DL, but he's going to be back soon. Infante got a 4-year contract. So did Jason Vargas. Now the wind, now the 0-2. A swing and a shot on the ground into right field. A base hit between first and second for Infante. So the Royals, for the second inning in a row, get a leadoff hit. Now Billy Butler, the DH. He is struggling so badly, he's been dropped from the 3-hole to the number 6 hitter. Butler has 1 hit in his last 19 at-bats. Boy, and he is a double play candidate. He hits into a boatload of double plays. 13 on the year. The pitch to him, and a breaking ball is in there for a strike. But Butler's also a very good hitter, even though he's having a disappointing season. He is still very, very dangerous. House checks first the pitch, and it's up high, 1-1. One thing that the Royals didn't outwardly come out and say it, but you could read between the lines, they're going to try to run at every opportunity tonight, with Yan Gomes getting the night off. The pitch, it's wide, 2-1. Now Infante's not a big-time base stealer, 3 on the year. But boy, when guys like Dyson, Escobar, Kane, and company get aboard, look out. Now the pitch to Butler, and it's in there. He took another strike. Looked like another slider, 2-2. Billy Butler, lifetime batting average of .298. This year, batting .264. Just 2 home runs, 34 RBIs. He bangs one on the ground between first and second into right. Another base hit. So Infante advancing to second. Butler, good piece of hitting going the other way. And the Royals have 2 men aboard for Danny Valencia. Boy, when he first broke in with the Minnesota Twins, it looked like he had a chance to become a star. In 2011 with the Twins, Danny Valencia had 15 home runs, knocked in 72, and his career has never been anywhere close to that since. Now he's a part-time player in Kansas City. Played last year for Baltimore. Valencia batting .289, a homer and 9 RBIs. Spent some time on the DL. The Royals have 2 men on and nobody out. They lead 1-0. The set, the pitch, and it's a little inside a ball. Danny Valencia was good friends and a teammate of former Indian Chris Perez. They were teammates down at the University of Miami. House comes set. The 1-0. A swing and a chopper to third, foul, and the count 1-1. Rusty Kuntz is coaching down at first, and Mike Jerschley, longtime minor league manager, coaching down at third for Kansas City manager Ned Yost. Royals lead 1-0. Royals trying to have a big inning in the second. First and second occupied, nobody out. Valencia, the number 7 hitter, right-handed hitting third baseman with good power, takes a pitch in tight, backed away. 2 balls and a strike. T.J. House is coming off a good outing. Last Sunday in Seattle, he just happened to pick the wrong day to pitch. Felix Hernandez was nearly perfect. Now the 2-1. A swing and a liner toward right coming on is Murphy. He'll make the shoulder-high catch. Valencia lines out to right, 1 down, and here's Alcides Escobar. House last Sunday only gave up 2 runs in the 6 innings that he worked. The one thing you're going to have to accept with T.J. House, at least at this point in his career, is he's going to work with a lot of traffic most nights. Teams are batting .301 against T.J. House. He averages 2 walks per 9 innings. But he's had an ability to maintain his composure and work out of jams. Here's Escobar, the shortstop. Double play ball hit on the ground to short. Cabrera to one knee, goes to second one. Kipnis relay, and they doubled up Escobar. Well, right there, that's T.J. House in a nutshell. Back-to-back hits to start the inning. Doesn't get flustered. Maintains his poise, gets a double play ball to end the inning. 1-0 Royals, bottom of the second. Lonnie Chisenhall leads off and takes a high fastball. Chisenhall batting 6th tonight. The left-handed hitting third baseman batting .338. 9 homers, 38 RBIs. Guthrie's pitch, bullseye, 1-1 the count. Chisenhall is 4 plate appearances shy of qualifying for the American League batting title. The next offering, and he waves at it, and it's a 1-2 count. Now, as we stand, the top hitter is Houston's Jose Altuve, who's batting .342. That's 4 points higher than Chisenhall. The 1-2 inside, almost hit him. Just did turn out of the way. 2-2. Chisenhall's another guy with good success against Guthrie, a lifetime .462 batting average. The right-hander rocks and fires. Chisenhall, a swing and a foul off to the right. Now, the one thing the Indians have done a very good job of here tonight is spoiling 2-strike pitches. Guthrie having trouble putting hitters away. And thus, he made 24 pitches in the first inning. Again, the 2-2. A swing and a shot toward first by a diving Hosmer. Down the right field line, kicks off the sidewall to the right fielder, Kane, who will hold Chisenhall to a single. Well, first off, if you can get a ball by the diving Eric Hosmer, that's a huge accomplishment in itself. Hosmer looks like he's 10 feet tall when he dives after a ball because it seems like he gets everything. But Chisenhall hit it so sharply that he got it by Hosmer, who dove toward the line and couldn't make the play. Then that ball got into foul ground and kicked off that sidewall right back to the right fielder, Kane, who's got a cannon arm, and Chisenhall stays put with a leadoff single. The third Indians hit. Now Nick Swisher, the switch-hitting DH. He'll bat left-handed. Royals put 3 on the right side of the infield. Swisher fouls back the first pitch, strike 1. Nick Swisher, another guy with good career numbers against Guthrie. .372 lifetime average with 2 home runs off Jeremy Guthrie. Outfield a bit toward right, medium deep. Overshift on the right side of the Royals infield. Guthrie, the set and the pitch. And he backdoored him and missed with a breaking ball, 1-1. On the year, Nick Swisher batting a .194, 5 homers, all left-handed. He's knocked in 27. Hits are even at 3. Royals up 1-0 here in the second. The pitch, a fastball outside, 2-1. Hey, the Jason Kipnis bobblehead night, courtesy of First Energy, is on Tuesday. The Indians take on the Yankees, and you'll get that Kipnis bobblehead, but get your tickets right now at Indians.com. No breeze whatsoever tonight. Toss to first and back standing is Chisenhall. So on a night like tonight where there is no breeze, this is more of a hitter's park than anything. It's a very fair park because the 19-foot wall in left center takes some home runs away. The pitch swung on, bang toward first, foul, and the count 2-2. When the wind is blowing in, it's a very good pitcher's park. When the wind is blowing out, it's an outstanding hitter's park. When it's like tonight, it leans a little more towards being a hitter's park, but not by a lot. Beautiful night here in downtown Cleveland. Royals with a 1-0 lead. We're in the second inning. Guthrie's ready. Now the 2-2. High and wide, 95 miles an hour, and it's another full count. This is at least 3 hitters that have gone to 3-2 against Guthrie.
And a lot of that due to Indians hitters able to foul off some pretty good pitches by Guthrie. Not necessarily poor command on his part, but just good battling at the plate so far.
The right-hander is ready. Runner stays. Swisher swings and misses. He went right back to the heat, 95 miles an hour. Guthrie strikes out Swisher. First out, second strikeout. That'll bring up David Murphy. Murphy, left-handed hitting right fielder, batting .250, 5 homers, 41 RBIs. 1 out, 1 on, 1-0 Royals. We're in the second inning. Murphy hits out of that open stance. The pitch. Off-speed curveball, misses high, ball 1. Now, that's probably redundant to say off-speed curveball. You start to say it after you watch Cody Allen throw his curveball at 88 miles an hour. Now you're seeing a curve at 76, and you add that adjective that you probably don't need to add. Now the 1-0. A swing and a high fly to center. Dyson drifting back. He's got plenty of room. One-handed grab, and Murphy is out number 2. 1-0 Royals. Chisenhall with a leadoff single still at first. 2 down in the second. And catcher George Gutierrez hitting 9th tonight. He's a former Kansas City Royal. Hey, another Sugardale Dollar Dog Night Thursday when the Indians and Yankees meet. That'll also be Derek Jeter's last game at Progressive Field. Tickets at Indians.com. George Gutierrez, left-handed hitter, good power, takes a strike on a fastball. Gutierrez has 6 hits with the Indians, and 3 have been home runs. He's batting .353, 6 for 17, with 3 homers and 4 RBIs. The pitch. Fastball, he took another one. Strike 2. Chisenhall at first, 2 down in the second. Royals with a 1-0 lead. Nothing wrong with Yan Gomes, just needs a day off. Now the 0-2 pitch. Runner goes. A swing and a towering drive to right. Oh my, is this foul? But it was hit a long way. George Gutierrez has one thought in mind when he comes to the plate. How far can I pummel a baseball to right field? He is not trying to hit the ball the other way. Now the set by Guthrie. Target outside corner. The pitch high and wide. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's worked fairly well for him so far in a very limited time in terms of plate appearances with the Indians.
Chisenhall with a modest lead at first. Infield pulled to the right. No shift. The pitch. A swing and a miss. Changeup got him. So good pitching by Jeremy Guthrie to keep the Indians off the board after the leadoff hit. And it's still a 1-0 Royals lead over the Tribe after 2. 1-0 Royals leading it as we go to the third inning. Royals took the lead in the first when Lorenzo Cain led off the game with a double, stole third, scored on a ground-up. Number 9 hitter tonight is Jarrod Dyson. He looks to lay it down every time he's up there. Pitches up high, either lay down a bunt or lay down a ground ball because he can fly. He might be the fastest guy in the league. Left-handed hitter Dyson. House's pitch is swung on, looped foul into the third base seats, and a 1-1 count. Dyson hitting .298, 1 homer, 11 RBIs. He's also swiped 13 bases. Now the wind and pitch, a swing and a foul at the plate, and a 1-2 count. The Royals have some athleticism and some speed as they can really manufacture runs, and this is one guy in particular who does that very well. The pitch to him. He swings and misses, chased a slider down and away. So House has his first strikeout. TJ House has been a heck of a story for the Indians this year. When the club assembled in Goodyear, there wasn't ever anybody really that was thinking he might pitch with the Indians sometime this year. Not that he wasn't capable of doing that or that he wasn't regarded as a potential major leaguer. It's just he hadn't really done anything to put himself on the map, so to speak. The pitch to Cain. He takes, it's in there, curveball strike. He had spent 5 years in the Indians minor league system with an ERA of 4 and was 8 games under 5, actually 12 games under 500 lifetime in the minors. Cain fouling it back, 0-2, and the Indians have had some injuries and some ineffectiveness. And House was pitching well in Columbus. Got the call up, and boys made the most of it. And now Danny Salazar and Zach McAllister are down below, not TJ House. The pitch swung on, line to short, to his knees goes Cabrera to make the backhanded catch. 2 down. The good news for the Indians, if you missed the manager's show, Terry Francona saying tonight, Danny Salazar's last 2 outings, he has pitched like he did last year in Cleveland. And Zach McAllister is throwing the ball well in Columbus. So the Indians have some depth now when you talk about starting pitching. 2 down in the third, 1-0 Royals. Eric Hosmer takes a slider outside, ball 1. Hosmer's ground out to first drove in the game's only run. House kicks and fires the pitch. And it's down and away, ball 2, 2-0. TJ House still looking for that elusive first major league win. His delivery is inside, ball 3, 3-0. Well, let's see if Hosmer's swinging here. The 3-0 pitch. He is, and he fouled it to the screen. 3 balls and a strike. He doesn't get cheated. He swings the same 3-0 as he does 0-2. Hosmer, big left-handed power-hitting first baseman, spread out at the plate. He almost covers the entire batter's box with his spread stance. The 3-1, a swing and a foul off to the right. His back foot's on the back line of the batter's box, and he strides when he goes into his swing, almost touching the front line of the batter's box. Now the payoff, a swing and a foul at the plate. Boy, House did a nice job, jammed him with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's being called a fair ball. Nobody's making a signal. The 2 umpires haven't made a signal. Contreras picked up the ball and threw it to first. Hosmer said that's a foul ball. Ned Yost is out to plead his case. And the 2 umpires never signaled anything. Even on the throw to first, you didn't see the first base umpire, Cooper, say, you're out. And now the 4 umpires are converging near the pitcher's mound. How bizarre is that? Hosmer got jammed on a 3-2 fastball, and the ball kicked behind him and then rolled down the first baseline. Hosmer never really initially did too much Looked like the ball hit off of him, so why would he run? But we're looking at a replay here in the booth. It may have missed him. That may have missed him, which would make it a fair ball, but I don't think it's going to go that way. Now Terry Francona is going to get an explanation from home plate umpire Chris Guccione. The replay we saw, Rosie, looks like the ball bounced by Hosmer but did not graze him. Tito, if he wants, could challenge.
And then eventually it rolled. It was in foul territory, but then it rolled into fair territory, so Contreras did the right thing. Picked it up, threw him out at first.
So the Indians come back out onto the field. TJ House is going to start making some warm-up throws. And Terry Francona's heading back to the third base dugout. And I'll be very honest, I don't know if you can challenge that call, quite frankly. We've got so many rules this year that change on the fly that not real certain that ball can be challenged, but it never did hit Hosmer. But here we go again. 3-2 pitch. A swing and a soft fly ball to left. Back goes Brantley. Ball wasn't hit that well, and he puts it away. That's a moot point. Hosmer got one more pitch. Flied out to left. TJ House has a 1-2-3 inning. The Royals lead the Indians by a score of 1-0. We'll head now to the bottom of inning number 3.
In the bottom of the third inning, hitting on for the Indians, number 24, Michael Bourne.
Top of the order for the Indians, it'll be Michael Bourne, Asdrubal Cabrera, and Michael Brantley. 1-0 Royals lead, bottom of the third. Michael Bourne struck out his first time up. Jeremy Guthrie's had to make 43 pitches. Hasn't given up any runs. Bourne shows bunt, takes a curveball strike. This is our Liberty Ford Grand Slam giveaway inning. Indians hit a grand slam. We've got a winner. The pitch. Bourne takes inside 1-1. Robert Mihileko of Brooklyn. Robert Mihileko. The pitch. Bourne with a drive to deep right field. It's got a chance. It is gone. Michael Bourne with a towering home run to right. His third of the season, and we've got a tie ball game at 1. And Jeremy Guthrie's Achilles heel has struck again. He now shares the league lead, giving up 17 home runs, the most in the American League this season. And Michael Bourne has tied the game at 1 with a leadoff home run here to right. Now as Asdrubal Cabrera flied to center his first time up. Well, it's not a grand slam, but it's a start. Here is the wind by Jeremy Guthrie. And the pitch to Asdrubal Cabrera. And he swings and lines one to right field, but Ray Kane, who makes the catch for out number one. A lot of action here quickly. If the Indians get a grand slam this inning, Robert Mihileko of Brooklyn wins a 2-year lease on a brand new F-150 from Ohio's #1 Ford truck dealer, Liberty Ford. If you'd like a chance to win, register at libertyford.com. Liberty makes it happen. Michael Brantley, single to left his first time up. Game tied at 1, bottom of the third, 1 out, nobody on. Guthrie into the windup and the pitch. And it's in there, a strike. Jeremy Guthrie had a career year with the Royals last year. He went 15-12 and had an ERA of 4.04 and also worked in 211 innings. The next pitch, Brantley watches it bounce in there to even the count. But for the most part, Jeremy Guthrie has not been able to post winning records in his major league career. Even with last year's 15-12 season, this guy is still 20 games under 500 lifetime. Brantley bangs one on the ground between first and second into right field. Another hit. He's 2 for 2. Single to left, single to right. And the Indians have already collected 5 hits off Guthrie. Game tied at 1 in the third, and here's Carlos Santana. Single to right his first time up. He'll bat left-handed. But Jeremy Guthrie's lifetime record is now 75 and 95. A lifetime ERA of well over 4. The overshift is in play again. 3 go to the right side of the Royals infield as Santana fouls one back, strike 1. The shortstop, Alcides Escobar, playing up the middle. Santana could bunt one down the third base line, and if he bunted it hard enough, he might have a double. Brantley at first, 1 out in a 1-1 game. The 0-1, a swing and a high fly, medium deep center. Dyson went back, now he breaks in on it and gets there to make the catch in shallow center. Santana's out number 2. And here's Jason Kipnis, 0 for 1. Hey, get a Kenny Lofton jersey courtesy of KeyBank next Saturday. The Indians take on the White Sox. And you can get your tickets right now at Indians.com. Game tied at 1. Tribe batting in the bottom of the third. Brantley at first, 2 down. Guthrie looks over to first. Modest lead for Brantley. The pitch. And it's down and away, a ball. Brantley is leading the Indians with 10 steals. He still hasn't been caught. The set. The toss to first. And a low throw grabbed by Hosmer as Brantley dove back head first. Both these ball clubs have had trouble consistently putting runs up on the board. Now the set by Guthrie, the pitch. Fastball is in there, 1-1. The Indians have had 40 games. The Royals have had 41 games in which they have scored 3 runs or fewer. Now the 1-1. A swing and a line shot toward the gap in left center. It's going to get down. It'll go all the way to the wall. Brantley hits third. He's being waved home. Kipnis on his way to second. The Indians take the lead. Jason Kipnis with a gapper to left center. A 2-out RBI double. And the Indians on top 2-1. Boy, is that a great sign. Kipnis not just hitting the ball the other way, but driving it the other way with authority. Give Brantley his 14th double and 23rd run batted in. Here's Lonnie Chisenhall. So Kipnis with the RBI double. Brantley scoring from first. The Indians have a 2-1 lead. Chisenhall single to right his first time up. The set and pitch. Fastball is up, ball one. That's the thing that's encouraging, Rosie, about the second half of the season. You know Jason Kipnis and Nick Swisher are going to have better second halves, and now Carlos Santana has turned it around.
And you look for it. It's never 1 through 9 everybody.
No.
But if you can get 4, 5, or 6 going at the same time, then things start to pile up and you score some runs consistently. And certainly Kipnis, you mentioned going the other way with authority. He lets the ball get deep. He's got those quick hands. It looks good.
Now the 1-0. Over but low, ball two. You're getting a season from Chisenhall you never expected. Now, I guess if you want to be Debbie Downer, you could say, well, how can Chisenhall do what he did in the second half? Well, how do you know he can't? You don't know what his ceiling is.
And teams will adjust to him, but I think he's shown he can adjust back.
Now the 2-0 pitch. A swing and a line shot toward the line, and lefty gets down, a base hit. Kipnis hits third, he'll score. Chisenhall will hold with a single to left. And the Indians have a 3-1 lead, as this looked like what we saw all last season. 2 out, RBI hits. Lonnie Chisenhall with his 39th RBI. He's 2 for 2, and it's a 3-1 Indians lead. And here comes Royals pitching coach Dave Island. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Cleveland Indians Radio Network. Tom Hamilton, Jim Rosenhaus with you on a gorgeous night off the shores of Lake Erie. The Indians striking for 3 in the third. Michael Bourne a solo homer to right. Michael Brantley singled. Scored on Jason Kipnis' 2-out double. Kip then scored on Lonnie Chisenhall's 2-out single. Here's Nick Swisher batting left-handed, taking it at the knees, a strike. Swisher struck out his first time up. Royals again with the overshift, 3 on the right side. 3-1 Cleveland, bottom of the third, 2 down, the pitch. A swing and a miss, changeup away, and he had Swisher off balance. Guthrie ahead in the count, 0-2. Guthrie's got a good changeup. Now, he throws a harder changeup than a lot of guys. That was 87 miles an hour, but it's still 8 miles an hour off his fastball, and that's plenty of separation. Outfield, medium, deep, spread out. Guthrie's ready. Hands at the belt, delivers. Swisher fouling it at the plate. And the count stays 0-2.
Guthrie's always kept himself in great shape. And I guess it shouldn't be a surprise that his stuff is still holding up here at this stage of his career.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he can be 35, does it?
It doesn't. But still throwing it, you mentioned mid-90s consistently here tonight with sharp off-speed stuff.
Now the 0-2. In tight. Oh, strike 3 called. Swisher not happy. Chris Guccione rings him up. The Indians strike for 3. A 3-1 Tribe lead over the Royals as we go to the 4th.
Indians in front 3-1 as we head to the fourth inning. TJ House working with a lead for the first time tonight, facing Salvador Perez, the number 3 hitter in the Royals lineup. Here's the pitch to him on the outside corner for a strike. Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton on a great Saturday night for a ball game downtown. We had 73 degrees at game time. Next pitch to Perez is up high for a ball, and that'll even it up at 1-1. Cloudy skies tonight, but no breeze. Post-game fireworks again tonight. Here's the 1-1 from House, and it's swung on, popped up down the right field line, headed toward the seats, and it's just out of play. Santana, the first baseman, gave it a pretty good run, but that one ends up a row or two back. And the count's now 1-2 on Salvador Perez. Boy, don't be surprised if you see him starting the All-Star game for the American League behind the plate. Matt Wieters had been one of the leading vote getters for much of the voting process, but he's hurt, done for the year with Tommy John surgery. Fine catcher for the Orioles, having his career derailed momentarily, as there's a bouncing ball to the second baseman Kipnis. Nice easy hop for him, and he throws on to first in time. Perez retired, 1 away, and that'll bring up Alex Gordon. Hey, take advantage of great deals on food and drinks here at the ballpark all season long. You can enjoy 12-ounce beers for only $4, $3 hot dogs, and $2 soda refills every game. Visit Indians.com. Pick up your tickets. This is a nice long homestand for the Tribe. A lot of great games on the slate. As Gordon steps in, he takes a pitch low and outside for ball 1. Another game with Kansas City tomorrow afternoon, then the Yankees for 4, then the White Sox for 3 to take us into the All-Star break. The 1-0. Gordon rips at first base side, picked up on the ground by Santana, flips to the pitcher covering. House is there for the out. 2 down in the inning. Well, TJ House, most of the time, he's going to put the ball in play. He's not a big strikeout pitcher, so the defense has to be top shelf for the Indians, and so far tonight they have looked good, and really recently for the Tribe the defense has been better. Overall on the season they've still committed more errors than any team in baseball, but lately it has cleaned up, and we are seeing some sharp glove work out there tonight so far. Here's Omar Infante, singled his first time up. House delivers, fastball low and away. 3-1, Tribe in front with 3 runs on 7 hits. 1 run, 3 base hits for Kansas City. House with the 1-0. Down low, 2-0. House, very impressive his last time out against Seattle. Another good one going here tonight. The left-hander looks into the line, the 2-0 pitch. That misses down low for ball 3. House has not walked a batter as yet, but in danger of doing just that to Omar Infante. Right-handed hitting second baseman. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Infante, a former Tribe nemesis during his time with the Tigers, always seemed to come up with some big hits when playing the Indians. Here's his 3-1, and that's swung on and lifted in the air to center. Settling under it, Bourne, he makes the catch. Side retired in order. A second straight 3-up, 3-down inning tossed by TJ House. We head to the bottom half of the fourth. Your score from Progressive Field, the Tribe 3, the Royals 1. Well, we head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Tribe in front by a score of 3-1 as down to Jeremy Guthrie for 3 runs on 7 hits through the first 3 innings. David Murphy leads it off for the Tribe. Guthrie into the wind. His pitch is low and inside for ball 1. Murphy with that fly ball to center first time up. 0 for 3 last night, but 2 line drive outs. Certainly looks better at the plate this week. And the next pitch to him is on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-1. Murphy was saying yesterday just a couple of minor adjustments mechanically seem to have helped. The 1-1 swung on, fouled off at home plate. It's 1-2. He's a streaky hitter anyway, and he was in a tough stretch. Eventually was at 1 for 42 toward the tail end of that road trip, but then a good finish to the Dodgers series for him seemed to snap him out of things. The 1-2 pitch just missed inside. Fastball from Guthrie, and it's 2-2 to Murphy. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. Swung on, slapped sharply to the shortstop. Couple of hops to Escobar, fields and fires in time to retire Murphy at first base. 1 down here in the fourth. Tribe up 3-1. Another great post-game fireworks show presented by Discount Drug Mart. Next Friday, the Indians will take on the White Sox. Plus, Rally Alley presented by RTA is back on Larry Doby Way, just outside the ballpark behind the big bleachers and left. Visit Indians.com for all your ticket needs. Get them early, you can save. George Gutierrez at the plate rips a line drive foul outside of first base. Gutierrez struck out his first time up. Former teammate of Guthrie's a year ago. Went to spring training with the Cubs this year, but was cut loose at the end. Indians picked him up just as the season was beginning. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball outside, and it's 1-1. Tried feeling that some veteran catching insurance at AAA would be helpful, and for Gutierrez, it's worked out well. Here's the 1-1. Waved at and missed. There's that good changeup again from Guthrie. 1-2 the count on Gutierrez. Guthrie working quickly here with the bases empty. He's into the windup. The turn and the 1-2. Just missed, low and outside, and the count's now 2-2 on Gutierrez, who laid off the soft stuff that time. Now Guthrie's 2-2 delivery. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Gutierrez down on strikes for the second time tonight. 4th strikeout for Jeremy Guthrie, and we head back to the top of the order for Michael Bourne. Bourne got things started for the Indians last inning with his 3rd home run of the season. That was a leadoff blast, and then the Indians would strike later on in the inning with back-to-back 2-out RBI base hits. The pitch to Bourne, breaking ball down low, ball 1. Jason Kipnis put the Indians in front with a double. Lonnie Chisenhall followed with a single. And that's where we stand, 3-1 Tribe, as Guthrie lets it fly on the 1-0 pitch. Fastball missed down low. 2-0 the count on Michael Bourne. Now that second time through the lineup, the Indians able to do some nice work against Guthrie last inning. The 2-0 pitch outside, 3-0, and that's the byproduct of seeing a lot of pitches early. The immediate benefit is you get the pitcher out of the game a little bit sooner. Now the 3-0 pitch, and that's outside for ball 4. Bourne draws the walk. First allowed by Guthrie. A 2-out walk here in the 4th inning. But the other benefit is that the hitter sees just about everything that the pitcher might have, and while no at-bats are easy, at least they might have a better idea heading to the plate that second time if they've seen a lot of pitches the first time around. And the Indians clearly with more success that second plate appearance against Guthrie than the first. Here's Asdrubal Cabrera. He's 0 for 2. He's fly to center and line to right. Here's the pitch to him, in there for a strike. Tribe 3, Royals 1. Bottom half of the 4th inning. Michael Bourne, that good speed at first base. 7 for 10 stealing bases. But there's a pretty good run shutdown catcher behind the plate in Perez. Next pitch to Cabrera, swung on and missed. Is again Guthrie went off speed, and he's had good success with that here in the 4th. Salvador Perez throwing out 30% of opposing base stealers, and that's a pretty good number. You get to 30 or above, and most coaching staffs will take that from their catcher. Here's the 0-2. Just missed outside. The count's now 1-2 on Cabrera. Outfield plays it slightly to pull on Cabrera. A switch hitter in from the left side. Guthrie sets at the belt. The stretch and the pitch fouled off at home plate. Jeremy Guthrie back in 2002 was a first-round draft pick of the Indians. 22nd overall, and it didn't take him long, just about a season and a half, maybe a little longer than that, to make his major league debut with the Tribe back in 04. Appeared in 6 games out of the pen that year. One and two the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, popped up foul and out of play. What was always a challenge for the Indians with Guthrie is he signed a major league contract right out of the chute, and that started his clock earlier. They had to get him to the major leagues quickly to avoid exposing him to waivers, and as a result, he may not have had as much of an opportunity when he finally got to the big leagues as others in different spots. The 1-2. There's a swing and a bouncing ball up the middle, on through, a base hit. Moving up to second is Bourne, and holding at first is Cabrera with a single. Indians have runners at first and second with 2 down, but basically the Indians had to really move Guthrie quickly to see what they had, and perhaps it was too quick looking back on it, because he really didn't hit his stride until he was claimed off of waivers by the Orioles in time for the 2007 season, and the Orioles were able to just put him in the starting rotation and leave him alone, let him make his mistakes that he needed to at the big league level. And it was at that time that he came into his own and was close to a 200 inning a year pitcher for Baltimore over 4 straight seasons. Now with Kansas City enjoying good success. Indians, though, they've gotten to him tonight for 3 runs on 8 base hits. And Michael Brantley will step in with 2 on and 2 gone. A chance to pad the lead for the Tribe. Brantley already 2 for 2. The average continues to climb for Michael Brantley. He's at .318. Came into the ball game tonight 5th in the league in batting. Taking dead aim at Robinson Cano. There's a breaking ball down low. Counts 1-0 on Brantley. Cano came into play today, an afternoon game in Chicago, hitting .322. He was just ahead of Brantley in 4th place. Jose Altuve of the Astros leading the league at .342. What a year he's having. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, ripped sharply to short, backhand pickup. Escobar throws to first in time to retire Brantley. And the Indians are retired as well. They threaten but do not score. We're headed to the 5th. Tribe 3, Royals 1. We head to the 5th inning. Tribe in front by a score of 3-1. And TJ House will go back to work. House, with back-to-back 3-up, 3-down innings, will face Billy Butler, the last Royals hitter to reach on a base hit against it. And he fires a breaking ball on the inside corner for a strike. Butler singled to right back in the 2nd inning. And Danny Valencia lined to right, and Alcides Escobar bounced into a double play to end the inning. And Butler goes the other way again, lines a base hit into right field again. Leadoff single for Billy Butler, as he's now 2 for 2. Fans, you can follow every Tribe game with MLB.com at bat on your favorite mobile phone or tablet. You get the live look-ins, instant replay, score, stats, and more. And you may be watching us right now on your phone or listening to us on your phone, as this is a radio-only game tonight, so a simulcast on MLB.com's app. Just go ahead, download at the App Store, or visit Indians.com today. And if you'd like to send us a question or a comment, let us know where you're tuned in to Tribe Baseball tonight. You can do so as well. Danny Valencia, the hitter, takes a breaking ball for strike 1. You can reach us on Twitter. At Indians Radio is our Twitter address. That's at Indians Radio. Tribe up 3-1 in the 5th. TJ House looking for that first major league win. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, line drive, right center field. That falls in for a base hit. Headed to third on is Butler. Here's the throw, a beauty. And it's in time at third base. Michael Bourne with a strike to Lonnie Chisenhall to cut down Billy Butler. Valencia did move up on the play to second, but a fine throw by Bourne. And so often we say it's the legs of an outfielder as much as the arm. Bourne got to that ball quickly and made a fine throw.
Rosie, I guess you applaud the effort. Not certain, though, why Billy Butler, of all the Royals, would try to go first to third on a ball that was hit in front of him.
Now, wait a minute. You talked about the athleticism of this team earlier.
Okay.
Were you not including him? Not quite as much as Dyson and Kane and guys like that. Certainly, Billy Butler, he's a hitter. He's a designated hitter, and speed is not the big strong suit.
You know what, though? I'm sure Ned Yost can live with that. Aggressive mistakes.
Alcides Escobar lines one to right. Murphy going back near the track. Makes the catch on the track. Tagging, heading for third is Valencia. He'll be in standing up. And now with 2 down, runner at third, Gerard Dyson will step in.
That's the problem, though, Rosie. That aggressiveness takes you out of a potentially big inning.
Now here's Dyson with the Indians up by 2 runs. He struck out his first time up. Dyson in from the left side, as fast as they come in the major leagues. Here's the pitch to him. And it's on the outside corner for a strike. Great article on Dyson on the Royals website, Royals.com. A 50th round draft pick. They don't even have the 50 rounds anymore. The 0-1 swung on. It's chopped to the first baseman. Santana up with it. He'll race to the bag in time to retire Dyson. And the Royals, who despite 2 base hits do not score. And we're headed to the bottom half of the 5th inning. It's still the Tribe 3, the Royals 1. Well, we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning with the Indians in front by a score of 3-1. Leading things off for the Tribe, it's Carlos Santana. The cleanup hitter, Jason Kipnis, to follow, then Lonnie Chisenhall. Jeremy Guthrie on the hill tonight for Kansas City. Indians have gotten to him for 3 runs on 8 base hits so far. Here's the pitch to Santana. And it's on the outside corner for a strike. Started him off with a breaking ball. 0-1 the count on Carlos Santana. 1 for 2, a first inning single for him. The 0-1. Swung on, line drive to right, base hit, Carlos Santana. A screamer. He hit it through the shift. The second baseman, Infante, was, man, he was a good 20 feet, maybe 25 feet into the outfield grass on the shift. Didn't matter. Santana got it over him and down before it got to Kane. So leadoff base runner for the Indians, Jason Kipnis, steps in. Kipnis 1 for 2, an RBI double. His last time up in that 3-run 3rd inning. That's the difference right now. The Indians scoring 3 times in the 3rd. Even with the bag at third base is Valencia. The pitch to Kipnis, swing and a miss. Hey, don't forget 2014 MLB All-Star voting isn't over. You can vote for the final player for each league roster this Sunday through Thursday. Check Indians.com on Sunday to see who the candidates are for that last vote. There's a swing and a line drive. Base hit right center off the bat of Kipnis. Moving up 90 feet is Santana. He'll hang on at second. And it's first and second. Nobody out after the base hit by Kipnis. Lonnie Chisenhall will be the hitter. Indians now with 10 base hits. Chisenhall already with 2 of those 10 hits. A single in the second, an RBI single his last time up in the 3rd inning. And don't forget, when the Indians pick up 9 or more hits, that means there are winners from McDonald's. A lucky fan has won a Mickey D's dinner box from McDonald's. To enter, just tweet with the hashtag 9, the number 9, 9-hit dinner box. Chisenhall digs in. Tribe trying to expand this 2-run lead. The pitch. Breaking ball down low for ball 1. No action as yet in that Kansas City pen, with Guthrie laboring here in the 5th inning. The pitch to Chisenhall. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees. So it's 1-1 on Lonnie Chisenhall. The 2 hits tonight bump his average up to 343. Came in at 338. Here's the pitch. And it's swung on, line foul, third base side. 1-2 the count on Chisenhall. Next pitch, fastball, high and outside. 2-2 the count on Lonnie Chisenhall. Now the 2-2 delivery. Fastball high and outside for ball 3 to Chisenhall. With Nick Swisher waiting on deck. Indians with a 3-1 lead. Nobody out. Runners at first and second in this bottom half of the 5th inning. Guthrie with the pitch. Outside and high, ball 4. Second walk from Jeremy Guthrie tonight. And it loads him up for Nick Swisher. Well, it has not been an easy stretch at the plate for Swisher. He's been up twice tonight. He has struck out twice tonight. And since coming back from the disabled list, a 2-week stint on the DL with knee problems, this is his 19th game, and he's hitting under 140 during that time. But 2 of his 8 base hits have been home runs. He had 2 hits against the Dodgers on Tuesday night in Los Angeles. One of the home runs was a grand slam, and here he is with the bases loaded. Here's the pitch to him. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Boy, sometimes all it takes is one hit in a key spot, and the confidence can grow a little bit. Swisher could use one of those here. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Low and in, 1-1. Well, you can do all the early work in the cage and feel good about how things are going in terms of mechanics and pregame batting practice, but boy, you get a big base hit in a game, that can make all the difference. The 1-1 swung on, fouled off, and the count's now 1-2 on Swisher. Guthrie has gone back to the windup here with the bases loaded. Nobody out. Trying to bust this thing wide open here in the 5th. Swisher, switch hitter in from the left side. Takes a little while to get back in that batter's box. Now he's ready. Here comes Guthrie's 1-2 delivery. Swung on, fouled back into the screen. So Swisher stays alive with 2 strikes. Now he's taken a lot of called third strikes on close pitches, and we'll see if he tries to protect that plate a little bit more. Perez heads out to the mound to have a chat with Guthrie. Activity in that Royals bullpen. Left-hander Francisco Bueno has started to throw. And with this good starting pitching for Kansas City, it's not often that they need to go to their pen early. But the Indians trying to force that here tonight. Tribe already leading 3-1 here in the 5th. Santana at third, Kipnis at second, Chisenhall the base runner at first. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, line drive, base hit, right center field, maybe extra bases. 1 run is in. Here comes Kipnis with a 2nd run, and it's an RBI single for Nick Swisher, driving in a pair, and the Indians lead it 5-1. Maybe, just maybe, that is the hit that gets it going for Nick Swisher. Coming up big with the bases loaded, and that will end the night for Jeremy Guthrie as Ned Yost is on his way to the mound. Pitching change coming for Kansas City. We'll take a timeout. We're in the 5th. Tribe 5. The Royals 1. New pitcher on for Kansas City. It's the lefty, Francisco Bueno. His pitching change brought to you by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. Indians with a 5-1 lead here in the 5th. They have runners on the corners, nobody out, A 2-run single off the bat of Nick Swisher knocks out Jeremy Guthrie. Bueno has appeared in 10 games, no wins or losses. His ERA 0.93, and he'll face the left-handed hitting David Murphy. Chisenhall, the base runner at third, Swisher on at first. Murphy's 0 for 2 tonight. Here's the pitch from Bueno. Way outside, and a great stop by Perez, the catcher, on a pitch that was low and almost outside the right side batter's box. Francisco Bueno just activated from the disabled list, actually a while back on June the 1st. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Swung on, line drive, left side. That gets in for a base hit. Scoring is Chisenhall. Holding at second is Swisher. David Murphy with an RBI single, and the Indians now lead it 6-1. All those line drives that didn't fall last night, well, they're falling, and the flares are too, as Murphy flipped one to shallow left for a single. And another RBI for him, is 42nd on the season. So the Indians with their second 3-run inning on the night, still working on it with George Gutierrez to the plate with still nobody out and runners at first and second. Here's Bueno's pitch. Gutierrez bunts and he missed it. Throw back to second. Swisher able to dive back in safely. Now we're asking Gutierrez to try and move the runners along, but he bunted through that pitch from Bueno. And the count's 0-1 on George Gutierrez. Bueno missed 50 games earlier this season due to a contusion and sprain of his left little finger. Since coming off the DL, he is not allowed to run in 8 2/3 innings. Here's the 0-1. Sidearm breaking ball misses outside. And the count's now 1-1 on Gutierrez. Thinking Vegas? Check out Luxor.com for rooms that start at just $59.99. That's Luxor.com. Here comes the 1-1 delivery. Breaking ball missed outside. 2-1 the count on Gutierrez. Indians with 6 runs on a dozen hits tonight. Boy, they really labored to score last night, but again, we mentioned it during the game, and I know sometimes it may sound. Now, first the 2. Here it comes to Gutierrez. On the outside corner for a strike. 2-2. Maybe it sounds like, you're making it sound better than it really is, but truly the Indians, and we kind of compared scorecards, we both had at least 6 line drives outs last night, so they hit the ball harder than the final score seemed to indicate. And now tonight, some of those line drives are falling in to the tune of 6 runs on a dozen hits. Bueno sets and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gutierrez down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. And that's the first out in the inning. So we head back to the top of the lineup for Michael Bourne, who homered back in the 3rd inning to get things going. And he also walked in the 4th. 1 for 2 on the night. Indians have scored 5 runs tonight. That means tomorrow, order Papa John's Pizza online and you'll get 50% off the regular price for delicious Papa John's pizzas. We'll give you the promo code after this pitch. Here it comes. And Bourne chops it to the first baseman, Hosmer. He'll have to flip to the pitcher covering, and Bourne is retired on a close play. It took a little bit for Bueno to get there, and the flip was more of a lob by Hosmer, and it was almost costly as Bourne hustled, but he is retired. For those Papa John's pizza discounts tomorrow, use the promo code TRIBE5, the number 5, TRIBE5 at papajohns.com. There's Asdrubal Cabrera. Indians leading at 6-1 here in the 5th inning. as Drupal Cabrera is 1 for 3 tonight. His base hit, a 4th inning single. Now here we are in the 5th with runners at 2nd and 3rd. Boy, a base hit here would really open things up and could make it a comfortable remainder of the night for the Indians. All this support for T.J. House, who's looking for his first major league win, and he has thrown the ball well tonight. Here's the pitch. Cabrera swings and drives it to right, fairly deep, but room for Kane. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. But the Indians score 3. The big blow, a 2-run single from Nick Swisher. And as we head to the 6th, it's the Tribe 6, the Royals 1.
Well, the Indians have erupted for 6 runs on 12 hits, and they are beating up the Royals on this gorgeous Saturday night. 6-1. We go to the 6th inning. Top of the order, T.J. House to Lorenzo Cain. It's a breaking ball strike. Tom Hamilton back with you along with Jim Rosenhaus. Cleveland 6 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They've stranded 8. Kansas City 1 run, 5 hits, no errors, 2 left. The next pitch, fastball inside corner, strike 2 call. Cain has doubled and lined out to short. Now the 0-2, a swing and a shot foul into the photo bay area down the third base side. With T.J. House, it seems like he's been in a lot of jams tonight, but he never caves in. And 54 pitches through the first 5 innings. He delivers a swing and a high chopper to short. Chest high hop for Cabrera. Guns it over, and Cain made it close, but out by a whisker. Well, the Royals have a number of hitters that is going to keep an infielder on its toes, because they make almost every play about a half a step to a 1-step play. And Cain nearly beat that one out on a high bouncer to short. There's Eric Hosmer, 0 for 2. He swings, fouls off the first pitch, strike 1. Hosmer drove in the game's only run for the Royals on a ground out in the first. Royals had a 1-0 lead in this game. T.J. House pumps and fires, and Hosmer slices it foul to the left, 0-2. Lorenzo Cain started the game with a double down the right field line, then stole third and scored on Eric Hosmer's ground out. But that's all the Royals have off T.J. House. Left-hander against left-hander. House into the wind and the pitch. Down low, 1-2. Kansas City got back-to-back singles to start the second. Could not score. Kansas City got back-to-back singles in the 5th and did not score. So House has bent but not broken. The pitch, a swing and a weak foul ball chopped to the right side into the Royals dugout, and the count stays 1-2. The Indians have scored 3 runs in 2 different innings. In the 3rd, Michael Bourne tied the game with a solo homer to right. Now the 1-2. A swing and a ground ball towards the right side by a diving Kipnis into right, base hit. Not hit hard, but perfectly placed between first and second. And the Indian second baseman Kipnis diving toward first in shallow right, couldn't flag it down. And the Royals have another hit, their 6th. After Bourne tied the game with a solo homer to right in the 3rd, Michael Brantley singled, and then the Indians struck with 2 outs. Jason Kipnis had an RBI double, Lonnie Chisenhall an RBI single, and that made it 3-1 Indians after 3. Here's catcher Salvador Perez, 2 groundouts. He takes low ball 1, and the Indians put a 3 spot up on the board in the 5th. They loaded the bases on singles by Carlos Santana and Jason Kipnis and a walk by Lonnie Chisenhall. Then Nick Swisher had a huge 2-run single. David Murphy singled in the other run. Pitch is in tight. The count 2-0. All 6 runs tonight charged to Jeremy Guthrie. He went 4 innings, gave up 6 runs on 11 hits, struck out 5, walked 2. Second time the Indians have beat him up this year. Perez swings, ground ball single again through the right side into right field. This is the 3rd different inning that the Royals have had back-to-back singles. Now Alex Gordon, he comes into this plate appearance 0 for 2 with a couple of weak groundouts. And Gordon, this might be about the only time the Indians have seen Alex Gordon struggling. He is now hitless in his last 16 at-bats and 2 hits in his last 39 at-bats. Again, left on left. House checks the runners, fires. It's over the outside edge, a called strike. Right-hander Scott Atchison will begin throwing in the Indians' bullpen. Yeah, TJ House is only at 67 pitches, but Terry Francona isn't going to let the momentum of this game start to shift. The 0-1 swung on a little looper toward left, base hit, and everybody moves up a base. Sounded like a broken bat single for Alex Gordon as he flicked one the opposite way to left. That ends his 0 for 16 drought and 3 consecutive singles, and the Royals have loaded the bases with 1 out in the 6th. And can TJ House work out of another jam? Catcher George Kateris out on the mound, now visiting with House, and popping out of the third base dugout is pitching coach Mickey Callaway. Omar Infante will be the hitter. This is a Royals club, much like the Indians, have struggled being a consistently good offense this year. Now, the Royals have had consistently better pitching than the Indians, particularly starting pitching. The Indians' bullpen's actually been better than the Royals to this part, but the Royals have a really good pitching staff. In fact, talking with the Kansas City people this weekend, they were saying right now the guy that is pitching the worst for Kansas City is their ace, James Shields, and yet they're still in second place at 45-40. 4 games behind Detroit when the day started, but the Tigers got beat again today by red-hot Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay won it 7-2. Here's Omar Infante. Conference is over. The pitch swung on, bang to third. Backhanded by Chisenhall. To second one. Kipnis relay. Not in time. Kipnis got wiped out on a hard slide by Alex Gordon. And give Omar Infante a fielder's choice RBI. I can't believe the Indians made that as close as they did. A ball banged down the third base line. Chisenhall deep at third with a backhand. Got an off-balance, strong throw to second. And Kipnis, even though he got taken out with a slide, almost turned 2. So the Royals have scored both their runs tonight on groundouts. Hosmer scoring, Perez to third, Gordon forced at second, 2 down. Infante at first. Here's the DH, Billy Butler. 2 singles tonight to right. He takes a called strike. A little cut fastball in on his hands. What has helped the Indians tonight in regards to the Royals' attack? The Royals with 8 hits, but 7 have been singles. The pitch swung on, bang foul, third base side. Salvador Perez tried to catch that foul ball with his bare hands. He's the Royals catcher. That's why they have a ball boy. You imagine doing that and breaking a finger? House sets, delivers. Butler takes in tight. 1-2 the count. Indians 6, Royals 2. Royals at first and third, 2 down. Even though this guy's not having a good year, and Billy Butler's just a hitter, and you just expect him to do damage eventually. The pitch to him, and it's way outside, 2-2. Royals have scored a run on 3 straight hits here in the 6th. The Indians leading 6-2. Billy Butler trying to change the complexion of this game here with 2 down. The pitch. A swing and a foul back. Boy, he had a good cut. Stays alive at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Indians have out-hit the Royals 12-8. They lead 6-2. Indians now playing Butler the other way toward right in the outfield, medium deep. T.J. House comes set. The left-hander fires. A swing and a miss. He got Butler to chase a high fastball that was out of the strike zone. Oh, a huge strikeout for T.J. House, his second. And he minimizes the damage one more time. 6-2, Tribe leading the Royals. Middle of inning number 6. Michael Brantley is going to lead off the Indians' home half of the 6th. It's a 6-2 ball game. Tribe on top of the Royals. Michael Brantley with another big night. 2 for 3. Couple of singles. A run scored. Francisli Bueno came on to relieve last inning. The left-hander with a first pitch strike. Jeremy Guthrie had a rough night. Gave up 6 runs on 11 hits in 4 innings. Bueno gave up an RBI hit last inning, but no runs charged to the lefty. Bueno's next pitch Brantley chops one towards second, charged by Infante, gloves and throws off balance for the out. Now Carlos Santana will bat right-handed for the first time tonight. One at bat right-handed after going 2 for 3 left-handed with a pair of singles. The Indians getting everybody in the act tonight. The only hitter tonight without a base hit is George Coteras, and he's of course the backup catcher. But everybody else has a base hit. Michael Bourne a solo homer and a walk. Asdrubal Cabrera a single. Michael Brantley 2 singles. Carlos Santana 2 singles. Jason Kipnis a double, a single, and RBI. The pitch down low, ball 1. Lonnie Chisenhall 2 singles, a walk, and an RBI. Nick Swisher a 2-run single. David Murphy an RBI single. That's the way the Indians can win. They don't have guys that'll carry a club for a week. The pitch swung on, rolled to third, gobbled up by Valencia. He'll throw across for the out. And that's not to say a Kipnis or a Brantley can't have a great week and obviously be a huge impact, but you're not talking about Miguel Cabrera or a Victor Martinez or a Jose Abreu. The way the Indians win and the way their offense is good is if they've got that 1 through 9 approach and they don't depend on any one guy. And tonight, that's what they've had. 8 hitters with a base hit. 6-2 Tribe. 2 down for Jason Kipnis. He shows bunt and he almost got hit by the pitch. The infield is pulled to the right. The third baseman, Valencia, well off the line and deep, inviting Kipnis to drop one down if he so desires. Kipnis tonight, 2 for 3, a double, a single, a run batted in. Left on left. Bueno into the wind and the pitch. And it's downstairs, ball 2, 2-0. The Jason Kipnis bobblehead night, thanks to First Energy, will be on Tuesday when the Indians play the Yankees. Get the Kipnis bobblehead Tuesday night. Get your tickets right now. Indians.com. The next pitch is tapped foul off to the right. 2-1 to count. You heard Terry Francona say it on the manager's show tonight as well. You play Kansas City, you have got to play ahead early in the game. This is not a club that you're going to do much rallying against late in the game when they go to their bullpen. The 2-1 pitch, a swing and a foul, 2-2. And really you could say that about the Indians too, Rosie. If the Indians have a lead late, not many times will you do damage against Shaw, Allen, and company.
Anytime you can shorten a game to 7 innings, so to speak, well, that certainly improves your chances of winning. And we've seen it the other way when teams don't have that dependable back of the bullpen. Well, it's like they're walking on eggs late in the game.
Down the wind. Now the 2-2. A swing and a high fly to center. Not deep. Dyson is under it. He'll put it away. So the Indians are put down 1-2-3, but after 6, the Indians control the Royals tonight, 6-2. It's a 6-2 ball game. Tribe on top of Kansas City as we've played 6 innings. T.J. House looking for that first major league win. He'll face the bottom third of the order, Valencia, Escobar, and Dyson. For T.J. House, the longest outing he's had in the big leagues, 6 1/3. The wind in the pitch to Valencia, outside, a fastball missing. The Indians have the bullpen busy now. Brian Shaw, the right-hander, heating up. Valencia has lined out and singled. He takes the strike. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. We'll get you updated this inning on the Sherwin-Williams scoreboard. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams paint store or sherwinwilliams.com. The pitch waved at. Good off-speed pitch. 1-2 the count. My goodness, what an incredible sunset as you look out the ballpark towards Lake Erie. These are the nights you longed for back in January. The 1-2 just missed outside with a breaking ball. 2-2. 73 degrees here in downtown Cleveland. No wind. Tribe up 6-2. The pitch. A swing and a long drive to deep left center field, and this ball is gone. A solo home run to left center for Danny Valencia, just his second. And it's a 6-3 ball game, and the Royals are not going to make this easy. The Indians had led 6-1. The Royals almost had a big inning last inning as they loaded up the bases, and they only got 1 run out of it. Now they get the solo homer from Valencia, and here's Alcides Escobar has banged into a double play and lined out to deep right. Right-handed hitting shortstop. T.J. House into the motion and the pitch. And it's in there. It's a called strike. The next offering, and that misses. It's a ball and a strike on T.J. House's 7th inning of work, trying to get through this. He fires. Escobar, a little looping liner toward right, slicing foul, a 1-2 count. Well, we want to send along our condolences to the David Edmonds family, as Peggy Ray Edmonds passed away last weekend. The pitch, a swing and a miss, high fastball, and he went around. 3rd strikeout for House. That'll bring up Gerard Dyson with 1 down here in the 7th.
For the Royals, now hitting center fielder
Peggy Ray Edmonds of Aurora, Ohio, which is of course south here of downtown Cleveland. And terrific lady, passed away last weekend. Her son, Gerard Dyson, shows bunt, takes a strike. Her son, David Edmonds, was a tremendous college baseball player at Kent State University and has gone on to have an even more successful business career. The pitch, a swing and a miss. Good slider down and away. 0-2. David Edmonds is the son and one of the top executives at FedEx. The 0-2. A swing and a weak chopper towards second. Kipnis charges, gloves. He better hurry. Oh, and they just did get Dyson. My goodness, they make plays close, don't they? 2 down as Terry Francona is going to make a pitching change. But David Edmonds has never forgotten what he learned at Kent State, not only in the classroom, but on the baseball diamond. And while he's been hugely successful at FedEx, he has been one of the great benefactors of Kent State University and its baseball program. The money that he has given back to that school and its baseball program has been incredible, and it's one of the reasons why Kent State has one of the finest baseball facilities in the Midwest, due to the generosity of David Edmonds. So we send along our condolences to the entire Edmonds family. They had a heck of a mom in Peggy, and also an outstanding wife to the father, David Edmonds, as well as the mother of David and his other siblings. And our thoughts and prayers with the Edmonds family. It's always incredible to see people remember, though, where they came from and what helped them start their path of success in life. And Dave Edmonds has never forgotten that when it comes to Kent State. Brian Shaw has been summoned from the Indians bullpen. We'll be right back. Brian Shaw delivers, and he misses outside. Ball one to Lorenzo Cain. Tribe 6, Royals 3, 2 down in the top of the 7th. TJ House leaves with a 3-run lead and 7 outs away from his first major league win. Right-hander against right-hander. The pitch swung on, line to right field. Coming out toward the line, Murphy dives. He made the catch! A backhanded diving catch near the line in right. David Murphy robs Lorenzo Cain. What a play by Murphy. And the Indians have a 6-3 lead over the Kansas City Royals. Stretch time at the corner of Carnegie in Ontario. Lonnie Chisenhall opens the bottom of the 7th. 6-3 Indians. Francisco Bueno misses low, ball 1. Bueno has worked 2 innings of scoreless relief. Chisenhall, 2 singles, a walk, and an RBI. 2 for 2. Well, that average now up to 343. The left-hander delivers. Chisenhall takes its high, 2-0. Still haven't gotten you updated on the Sherwin-Williams scoreboard. We better do that. Bueno works third base side of the rubber. Here it comes. And it's in there, 2-1. 5th inning in Boston. The Red Sox now leading Baltimore 4-3. How about Nelson Cruz? He has hit his 27th home run for the Orioles. Orioles have won 4 in a row. They have a half-game lead over Toronto in the East. Now the wind and the 2-1. A swing and a foul back, 2-2. Earlier today, Boston beat Baltimore in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Red Sox won that game 3-2, getting a run in the 9th inning. Now the wind and the 2-2. A swing and a little looper foul into the third base seats. We'll do it again. 14 innings before Seattle subdued Chicago 3-2. Tell you what, Mariners are going to make believers out of people here pretty soon. And that club's 48-39. They're in 3rd place in the West, 6 games out, but of course, the 2 wild card spots you've got to keep in mind as we get deeper into the season. In 11 innings, Minnesota was a 2-1 winner over the Yankees. The pitch swung on, banged foul, third base side. We'll do it again at 2-2. Tampa Bay again beat Detroit 7-2. The Rays are still 10 games under 500. Yet you keep hearing, will they trade David Price or what will they do? Will they still try to make a run at it? The pitch, a swing and a miss. Good breaking ball, and he got Chisenhall. Bueno with his first strikeout, 1 down in the 7th. Over in the National League, Atlanta crushed Arizona 10-4. The Braves have now won 9 in a row. They started the day with a 1.5 lead over Washington. Washington stayed a 1.5 back, pummeling the Cubs 13-0. You had to figure the Cubs would get walloped. How would you like to be Cubs players? You come to the park and management tells you, hey, go get them. Let's win one for that Cubby Bear. By the way, we traded our 2 best starters. Now the pitch, and it's down and in, ball 1. Jeff Samardzija and Jason Hamill in a blockbuster trade going to the Oakland A's for minor league talent. Now the wind and the 1-0 pitch. A swing and a bouncing ball to the shortstop. Escobar sets and throws out Swisher. 2 down. Nick Swisher had one of the biggest hits in this game tonight. A 2-run single back in the 5th that made it 5-1 Indians. Oakland getting Samardzija and Jason Hamill. They may now be the favorites to win the American League pennant. Pittsburgh a 3-2 winner over Philadelphia today. There's a first pitch strike. Miami slipped by St. Louis 6-5. They don't win many on the road. They did today in Missouri. Colorado finally beat the Dodgers. The wind, the pitch, and Murphy skies one into shallow left center. Dyson is there, so is Gordon. Gordon, the left fielder, retires Murphy. Rockies beat the Dodgers today 8-7 to stop their 5-game skid. And Milwaukee, behind Matt Garza's 2-hit shutout, blanks Cincinnati 1-0. That's a 2-hitter for Matt Garza in Cincinnati, one of the great hitters parks in baseball. The Indians, after 7, lead the Royals 6-3. We have played 7 innings, Tribe 6, Royals 3. Brian Shaw got the last out in the 7th. Here in the 8th, he'll face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Hosmer, Perez, and Gordon. Right-hander Brian Shaw against the left-handed hitting Eric Hosmer. The pitch, and it's down low, ball 1. Hosmer tonight 1 for 3 with a single. Also got an RBI with a ground out in the first. Indians play him a bit toward left in the outfield, medium deep. He swings and sends a lazy fly to center. Michael Bourne hardly has to move. 1 down. That'll bring up Salvador Perez, 1 for 3 with a single. Indians baseball is brought to you in part by Little Caesars. Get a hot and ready pepperoni pizza for $5, or for $8, get a deep dish pepperoni pizza. It's hot and ready every day between 4 and 8 p.m. at Little Caesars. Brian Shaw facing the outstanding catcher for the Royals, Salvador Perez. Breaking ball is outside. Boy, you've got 2 of the game's best young catchers in this series. Yan Gomes for the Indians and Salvador Perez for Kansas City. The set by Shaw and the 1-0. Bullseye. 1-1. Now, it doesn't get talked about a whole lot. All you ever hear about are the trades that maybe don't work out. How about this trade that Chris Antonetti in the front office pulled off? The 1-1 pitch, way outside, 2-1, to get Brian Shaw and Trevor Bauer from the Arizona Diamondbacks in that deal that involved Cincinnati when the Indians dealt Shin-Soo Choo to the Reds. Reds had Choo for 1 year. The Indians knew he wasn't going to re-sign, not with Darth Vader as agent. Now the 2-1. Swung on a little looping fly that is twisting foul down the right side. 2-2. Now you get one of the best setup guys in the game in Brian Shaw. You got an emerging star starting pitcher in Trevor Bauer. Boy, those are the kind of trades that can set you up for long-term success. The pitch. A swing and a bouncing ball up the middle. Diving backhanded grab by Kipnis. Gets up, throws. He got him! How the much maligned Indians defense has sparkled tonight. Salvador Perez robbed of a base hit towards center field on the diving backhanded stop by Kipnis, who popped to his feet quickly to get Perez. Oh, Murphy with a great play in the 7th. Kipnis has added 1 here in the 8th. And that's how you keep this Kansas City club from rallying, flashing that kind of leather. 2 down, Alex Gordon, 1 for 3 with a single. Takes a high fastball. 6-3 Indians. Royals batting in the 8th, 2 outs, nobody on. Indians put 3 on the right side of the infield. They leave Chisenhall at a normal third base position. Breaking ball hangs outside, ball 2-2-0. And now as the count goes to 2-0, Chisenhall moves up the middle as a shortstop, shading towards second. The pitch. A swing and a foul back, 2-1 the count. Alex Gordon, the former first-round pick out of the University of Nebraska. Second pick in the draft 9 years ago. Justin Upton was the #1 pick in that draft, as he went to Arizona, and then Kansas City struck gold with Gordon. The 2-1, outside 3-1. Remember, he was going to be their George Brett. He was a third baseman, struggled defensively, was eventually sent back to the minor leagues after playing a few years in the big leagues, sent back to the minors to become a left fielder. The 3-1, inside, ball 4. And he's become a Gold Glove left fielder. He's also become a impact hitter. And Alex Gordon now heads to first with a 2-out walk. Here's Omar Infante. 1 for 3 with a single. Picked up an RBI and a ground out. The Royals have 3 runs tonight. 2 have scored on groundouts, the other on the Danny Valencia solo home run. The Indians, 8 of the 9 have had base hits tonight. Nick Swisher, a 2-run single. Jason Kipnis, RBI double. Lonnie Chisenhall, RBI single. David Murphy, RBI single. First pitch strike. And Michael Bourne, the solo homer to right. 6-3 Indians in the 8th. Royals with a runner on, 2 down. Infante shaded as an opposite field hitter toward right. The throw to first, and Gordon back with a dive. Tonight's attendance is brought to you by SS&G. They know numbers. Sellout last night. Tonight, 24,481. 105 game tomorrow. The Indians ace Corey Kluber against Danny Duffy. The 0-1 slider down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Omar Infante tortured the Indians the last few years in Detroit. Had a 4-year contract to become a Royal. Now the 1-1. A swing and a long drive to left. Brantley going back, looking up. This ball is high off the wall. Into third is Gordon. He'll be stopped. Infante starting for second. Now puts the brakes on and goes back to first. I wonder if Infante went into a home run trot. That ball was a couple of feet from being a home run, but it couldn't clear the 19-foot wall and left. Brantley has always played the carom very well, as Gordon went first to third. But Infante went partway to second, put the brakes on, and decided to play it safe, and he has a single. So the Royals, after 2 outs, have gotten a walk and a long single, and have runners at the corners for Billy Butler. Billy Butler 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. He did strike out in the 6th inning for the final out when the Royals had runners at the corners. They've got runners at the corners again here in the 8th with 2 down. Tribe up 3. The pitch. Way outside, and a backhanded stab by George Kateris. Ball 1. The set, the pitch. That's in there, a strike on a fastball. 1-1. Don't forget Monday night, we'll honor our good friend Mike Keegan. The outstanding former major leaguer and broadcaster who passed away on Christmas Day will be honored here Monday. Butler fouling it upstairs to the right, 1-2. Mike's wife Nancy and his 2 sons Sean and JJ are in town with their wives. Betsy and Kathy are here, and the children are here. Casey and Connor, and Jack and Bridget. They'll be honored Monday night. The pitch down low, 2-2. So get to the ballpark early on Monday night. Those ceremonies will precede the start of the ball game with the New York Yankees in town. And Mike, of course, a Cleveland native who was a high school phenom at St. Ignatius and 12 years in the big leagues, 23 years as a broadcaster here in Cleveland. The 2-2. A swing and a chopper to short. Gloved by Cabrera. Runs to second for the inning-ending force. And once again, Brian Shaw gets out of it. Royals strand 2 more. Middle of the 8th. Cleveland 6, Kansas City 3. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and the Indians still lead the Royals 6-3. And Kansas City will go to its bullpen one more time after an outstanding effort by Francisli Bueno. Bueno gave up a base hit to the first batter he faced in the 5th and then retired 9 in a row. 3 shutout innings for Bueno, giving up a base hit. He had a strikeout. Now right-hander Casey Coleman is going to be entering the ballgame. Casey Coleman, his 3rd appearance with the Royals since coming up. He has not given up a run in 2 2/3 innings. He'll face the number 9 hitter, George Gutierrez, who has the hat trick tonight. He has struck out 3 times, trying to avoid the golden sombrero. He takes a knee-high strike. Coleman had a very good year going with the Storm Chasers, Kansas City's AAA club in Omaha. 2-0 record with an ERA of 1.93. Gutierrez takes down and away, and it's a 1-1 count. Royals didn't sign Coleman until mid-April as he began the year in the Cubs organization. Now here he is in the big leagues. The 1-1 pitch. Checked on a pitch down low, 2-1. One of the worst teams in baseball, the Cubs. They let Coleman go, and now he's playing for a playoff contender. Coleman delivers, and he missed wide, 3-1. He's throwing 96 miles an hour. Three infielders on the right side as Gutierrez hits a ground ball on the right side, but it is fielded right there. And Escobar, the shortstop, making the play, and Gutierrez grounds out. That'll bring Michael Bourne to the plate, the leadoff hitter, 1 for 3, a solo homer to right, and a walk. And we want to send our condolences to the family of Harry Rimmel, who for the past 12 years worked in guest services here with the Indians. Thoughts with the Rimmel family. First pitch strike to Michael Bourne. Coleman delivering. Fastball outside. Boy, how do you give up on a guy throwing 97 miles an hour? 1-1 to count.
He fits right in the Royals bullpen, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Another power arm.
Now the set, now the 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2-1. Well, Theo Epstein knows more about putting a club together than I'll ever know, but it does make you wonder. He was a 15th round pick by the Cubs 6 years ago. Bourne taking its low, 3-1. He had pitched in parts of 2010, 11, and 12 with the Cubs. Never had any success with the Cubs. Had pretty good minor league numbers. Now the 3-1. Fouled back and out of play. Full count. He played collegiately at Florida Gulf Coast, which is the alma mater of Chris Sale. They were teammates in Fort Myers at Florida Gulf Coast. And he's part of a baseball family. Casey Coleman's payoff. Checked on a pitch high. Michael Bourne walks for the 2nd time. That's a good sign because Bourne doesn't walk a lot for a leadoff man. Casey Coleman, his dad, Joe Coleman, you may remember with the Detroit Tigers. His dad was an all-star in 1972 and won 142 games. And his grandfather, also named Joe, pitched in the 40s and 50s with Philly, Baltimore, and Detroit, and was an all-star in 1948. So his grandfather and his dad were all-star major league pitchers. No pressure, kid. The right-hander facing Asdrubal Cabrera, who bats left-handed, and he takes a called strike. Cabrera 1 for 4 with a single. Tribe with a 6-3 lead. They trailed 1-0 after 1 inning. 3 in the third, 3 in the fifth. Quick throw to first, Bourne back. Bourne doesn't run like he once did. And of course, after having hamstring surgery this past off season, hamstring issues again this season, he's got to be judicious when stealing. The pitch swung on, banged up the middle, base hit center field is Dribble Cabrera. Bourne thought about it, but he'll hold at second. So Michael Bourne's at second as Dribble Cabrera with a single to center. His second hit, he's at first. But the Indians have had base runners in 6 of the 8 innings. And now Michael Brantley, 2 for 4 to the plate, a pair of singles. Indians trying to remove all doubt here in the 8th, leading 6-3, 2 on with 1 out. The Indians can pick up a game, obviously, on Kansas City, but also a game on Detroit. Tigers lost today. Now the set and the pitch. Brantley bangs a single into right field. Hitting third is Bourne. He's being waved home. The throw instead goes to third. Cabrera going to third, slides short of the bag and is tagged out by Valencia. Going to second on the throw to third is Brantley. So give Michael Brantley an RBI single to right to score Bourne. Cabrera out trying to go first to third. And Brantley then trailed and went to second on the throw to third. So the Indians now lead 7-3. And Michael Brantley has his 3rd hit tonight and his 56th RBI. And here's Carlos Santana. A runner at second base, but now 2 men are out. Like Kane, we told you earlier, has a great throwing arm, and he made a perfect throw to third to get Cabrera. As Dribble went into a slide, but came about 4 feet short of third base. Wasn't going to matter. Carlos Santana batting left-handed. Swings and shoots one back to the screen. 0-1 the count on Santana. He is 2 for 4 tonight with a couple of singles. The Indians, who were held last night by Yordano Ventura to 1 run on 6 hits, tonight took apart Jeremy Guthrie and lead it 7-3. And Guthrie's been pitching very well. Strike call to Santana. Jeremy Guthrie had 1-3 in a row and was pitching about as well as anybody for Kansas City. In fact, in his last 8 starts, Jeremy Guthrie had an ERA of 2.5. So that was huge for the Indians to do what they did to Guthrie tonight. Because when you face Kansas City, you're facing a good starter every game. 3 infielders on the right side. The pitch to Santana went down low with a breaking ball. 1-2 the count. Cleveland 7 runs, 14 hits. Kansas City 3 runs, 10 hits. Brantley at second base with his 3rd hit of the night. 2 men out. Now the 1-2 offering. A swing and a bouncing ball into the shift in shallow right. Infante, the second baseman, has it, throws out Santana. The Indians had an insurance run. Cleveland 7, Kansas City 3, 8 in the books. Cody Allen is coming on to work for the Indians, who now lead the Royals 7-3 going to the ninth. This will be a non-save situation. Cody Allen, 3 wins, 2 losses, 8 saves, ERA 250, his 41st appearance. Cody Allen has 46 strikeouts in 36 innings. The Indians also have made a change defensively, and one has to hope that there isn't anything wrong with Michael Bourne, because odd that he'd be out of the game. Mike Aviles takes over in left. Michael Brantley moves from left to center. Now, Michael Bourne did score a run in the 8th inning. Scored from second base on a single to right. Looked like he was running fine. We haven't heard anything, but he normally wouldn't be taken out of a ball game. So we'll just have to wait and see if there's any news in that regard. Now, we just saw a replay. Michael Bourne looks like he tweaked something when he hit third base. MLB.com just showed us a replay, and it looked like he tweaked something in the left leg when he hit third base and was coming home to score. Here is Danny Valencia leading it off, fouling it upstairs, strike one. That was great camera work on Michael Bourne. We didn't see it at the time. We were watching the play develop and watching the throw go to third base, but something definitely happened with Michael Bourne when he hit third base and was coming home, and boy, oh boy. He is playing so well right now. He's hope it's nothing serious. The pitch down and away, 1-1 to count. We're not going to play doctor, but it was obvious he tweaked something.
From third to home, a little bit different than from second to third on his gait.
Now the wind in the pitch, a swing and another soft liner toward right center, a base hit. Boy, Danny Valencia's had 3 hits tonight. That'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Alcides Escobar. He's 0 for 3. The Royals have had 11 base hits here tonight. Now we just saw another replay of Michael Bourne. It's something with the leg. We'll just leave it at that. Escobar 0 for 3. The pitch down low, ball 1. And we're saying we'll leave it at that because we're not trainers up here. The Indians have a great medical staff, so they'll let us know when they think it's time for us to know. But right now the red phone is not ringing here in the booth, so we don't have any further info. Now the set by Cody Allen. Tribe up 7-3, 9th inning. The pitch, a swing and a miss at 95. Allen has become the Indians' closer. No ifs, ands, or buts about it anymore. He's got that mid-90s fastball and that upper 80s knuckle curve. And he's got the mental fortitude to be a closer. That's the one thing you never know about a guy until he gets a chance. The 1-1 down low with a curve, 2-1. A lot of guys have the pitches to be a closer or the stuff to be a closer. But talk to any pitcher, there's nothing similar in the game of baseball than getting outs numbers 25, 6, and 7. The 2-1. A swing and a foul back, 2-2. One thing we've seen with Cody Allen, his way of attacking and his makeup and composure, no different in the 9th than it was when he was working in the 8th.
I think a great example, too, of that mental makeup. He said the other day in Los Angeles when he had that 4-out save, he did not have his best stuff. He had to gut through it, but still got the job done.
The right-hander is ready. Now the 2-2 pitch to Escobar. Curveball hit back up the middle. Base hit center field. Stopping at second is Valencia. That's a good at bat by Escobar. Got a curveball and banged it back up the middle. And the Royals, not going quietly, back-to-back singles in the ninth, have Timmon aboard with nobody out for the number 9 hitter, Gerard Dyson, who's 0 for 3. 7-3 Cleveland. They've out-hit the Royals 14-12. Tomorrow, Corey Kluber and Danny Duffy, the matchup at 1:05. Then the Yankees in town for 4 starting Monday night when we honor Mike Egan. And then next weekend, to wrap up the first half of the season, the Chicago White Sox. The set and the pitch bounces in there. Contreras has it. He'll look to third, but no throw. Valencia goes to third. Escobar stayed at first. That'll be a wild pitch. Contreras tried to backhand it, and that's why the ball kicked away from him. Now Royals at the corners. Nobody out. 7-3. Cleveland on top of Kansas City. Cody Allen. He's ready. He fires. Downstairs, ball 2, 2-0. Boy, this is one of those times, too, you never know with a closer. The Indians picked up an insurance run in the 8th inning, so that made this a non-save situation. Sometimes for closers, the adrenaline not quite the same. The 2-0 pitch. Runner at first goes. Its pitch is high. Throw to second. Tag not in time. And a steal by Escobar with his club down 4. Escobar with 21 steals. He's been caught twice. Well, you better be safe. And he was, but goodness. The pitch in there called strike. Second steal tonight for the Royals. Royals now at second and third. Nobody out. 7-3 Cleveland and a 3-1 count on Gerard Dyson. Indians cornermen at the cut of the grass. Middle infielders back. The pitch. Dyson takes ball 4. Bounced in there and the bases are loaded. Boy, all of a sudden you're one swing of the bat away from tying this game, and you get dangerous hitters now coming up. Top of the order, Kane, Hosmer, and Perez. And the Indians will get the bullpen busy. Mark Zebchinski, the left-hander, will start to throw as pitching coach Mickey Callaway is heading to the mound. Right-hander Scott Atchison will join Mark Zebchinski as the Indians will have a righty-lefty combo warming up in the bullpen. 7-3 Cleveland with the lead on the Royals, but Kansas City has loaded them up here in the ninth on a couple of singles and a walk. And now the top of the order, and that means Lorenzo Cain, Eric Hosmer, and Salvador Perez. Lorenzo Cain 1 for 4 with a double. Robbed of a hit in the 7th on a tremendous diving catch in right by David Murphy. Infield double play depth. Outfield playing Cain as an opposite field hitter toward right. The set by Allen. The pitch. Swung on, foul down the right side, lower deck. Strike 1. The Indians trailed 1-0. Took the lead 3-1 in the third after the Royals had scored in the first. Indians made it 6-1 with 3 more in the 5th. Now the pitch. A check swing. He went around, chased that curve in the other batter's box. 0-2. Royals get single tallies in the 6th and 7th to make it a 6-3 game. The Indians added an insurance run in the 8th. And that's where we're at here in the 9th. 7-3 Cleveland. Royals have loaded them up with nobody out. A 2-strike count on Lorenzo Cain. Allen checks second, comes to the plate, bounced it in there again. What a stop by Contreras. Ball kicked up the first base foul line. And Cody Allen is having trouble consistently throwing the curveball for strikes. He's bounced a number of them in there. And now the count 1-2. Boy, and all of a sudden, Cody Allen is piling up the pitches. He's had 16 pitches here in the inning. Now the pitch. Checked on another curve down and away. He didn't go. First base ump Eric Cooper on the appeal said nope. And a 2-2 count on Lorenzo Cain. Cody Allen throwing a lot of curveballs. Valencia at third, Escobar at second, Dyson at first, nobody out. Royals trailing the Indians 7-3 here in the ninth inning. The 2-2 delivery. A swing and a shot foul, first base seating area. And we'll do it again at 2-2. Allen comes set. Now the pitch. A swing and a foul back. Well, good at bat for Lorenzo Cain. Count stays 2-2. Cain, he was part of that huge trade between Kansas City and Milwaukee when the Royals traded Zach Greinke to Milwaukee. Cain came to Kansas City along with Alcides Escobar and others. The pitch, check swing, ball got away again to the right. Contreras pops on it. The appeal at first, he didn't go around, and it's a full count. Wow. Well, we're spoiled with how good Cody Allen has been all year, but he's in a heap of trouble now. Bases loaded, nobody out. Indians up 4, but a 3-2 count on Cain. The payoff pitch. A swing and a miss. High heat got him. They changed the eye level. He had thrown him a lot of curveballs down and away, and then ran the fastball up the ladder. And Allen gets his first out, a monster strikeout of Lorenzo Cain. The bases stay loaded. One down for Eric Hosmer, who's 1 for 4 with a single and an RBI. A left-handed hitter with prodigious power. Don't let the 4 home runs fool you. The pitch. A swing and a bouncer to second. Kipnis to second 1. Cabrera relay. Ball game. Double play. Allen gets out of it. Royals have the bases loaded, nobody out, and they do not score. Cody Allen struck out Lorenzo Cain, and then Hosmer in a 4-6-3 double play. And the Indians are victorious tonight by a final score of 7-3. TJ House gets his first major league win. Time now for the KeyBank keys to the game. And for me, Rosie, among other things, the fact tonight you had 8 guys get base hits. This is the way the Indians have to play offensively. They got to have everybody involved.
And you know what, Tom? I'm going to go defense tonight. The Indians, much maligned a lot of this season because of the amount of errors. A lot of outstanding defensive plays tonight, and all the routine plays too. Defense certainly helped them tonight to go along with a very productive offense.
So the Indians are a winner here tonight by a final score of 7-3. Time for our KeyBank conversation. We go downstairs to Jason Kipnis. He had a big hit in tonight's ballgame. In fact, Kip had a pair of hits, including an RBI double and a single, and Kip, first off, congratulations, and secondly, Rosie and I just talked about it. This is how you guys win, isn't it? That 1 through 9 approach. Boy, you really had it tonight.
You know what? You felt like we had at least someone on base every single inning of the game. And that's the compliments of the depth of our lineup. That's what we can bring at you when everyone's kind of at least seeing the ball well. We know we've struggled here late. But guys are going to come around, and you're always going to have a couple guys that are at least going. So we like the way our offense is clicking when games like this happen, when you got good pitching and good defense behind it. That's going to usually end up in a win.